first Power Slap podcast. This is our first episode, and we got the man disturbing the peace and my co-host Sam K. Thank you both for your time.
Yo.
Yes, sir. It's good to be here. What's up, Sam K? What's up, man?
What's good, cousin? How you feeling, brother?
I feel great, man. It's good. I feel good to go. I just got my my offer yesterday for my next fight, July 7th, International Fight Week, Friday, right before the big UFC card. And I accepted, man. Of course, you know, you call me Hawaii 5-0, baby, because I'm about to move to 5-0.
Well, I gotta ask then, is that for the belt, or do you got one before you get a chance at that belt?
No, the belt is still on like some sort of medical suspension, so like he can't come back yet. But that's when the next one is scheduled to go. So looking for a show. So of course I'm never gonna say no.
Hey, bro, as your guy, can I give you one piece of advice? And I don't know shit about slap boxing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, you got a penalty or a foul for celebrating, and I thought you was going to catch one against the Destroyer too. So quit.
It wasn't for celebrating.
Huh?
It wasn't for celebrating.
What was it for?
The foul was for flinching, but I really didn't flinch. I feel. If you look at it, the ref was on this side of me, and I got slapped on this side, but I got clubbed. His wrist hit like a temple, and he hit. So the ref on this side is seeing my head move dramatically, but on this side, if you look at the replay, even the commentator will tell you, like it doesn't look like I moved. You know, it looks like a club. So really, I think that the ref saw my head move dramatically because of the club and him hitting me so like far behind where he was supposed to hit me, and he saw it as a flinch, like I was moving my entire head, but I didn't move. He moved my head for me by hitting me. So
that was another big question in the live stream comments is like, what exactly is clubbing?
Yeah, so you're only supposed to hit with, like, you're not supposed to hit with the heel of your hand, you know what I mean? So you're only supposed to hit with like this part and up, you know what I mean? So like right where your thumb is at, it should be right in front. So like all that's not fair game. But all the rest of it would be fair game, you know, right? Maybe a little lower, like right there, all palm, but like none of this section. It's kind of at an angle. You know what I mean? So, and then they can hear it too. If you hit with the palm, you're gonna hear the thud more than you hear the pop of the slap. So, like, a good slap should sound real poppy.
Well, I got a little quick clip of you, so I'm going to show it quick before we get into some more questions.
The charge up, I like it.
Yeah.
I changed the wind up for that slap because he was timing his head turning, so they in real time it kind of didn't look like he was turning his head, but if you could feel it, like the dude is so experienced, he was so good at turning his head away from the slap and taking the power off the slap that he was just not moving his body but turning his head very dramatically. So as soon as I made that contact, he would turn. So for my last slap, what I did is just wound up slower than I was normally doing it to kind of throw off the timing of how fast I was going to throw it, because I was winding up faster and kind of going in time with my windup, and so instead I wound up slower and did as big of a charge up, and then the last one charged up and sent it. So then the last one was one where they actually made contact, and he still tried that technique, but it didn't work because I got him before he could turn his head so dramatically.
Bisbing pointed that out during the slow motion of the head moving, and
yeah. And I called him on stage, you know, I was like, you're turning that head, bro. Like, I was like, I know you're not getting called for it, but you know, and I know you're turning that head, but I'm not going to get mad about it, whatever.
And you know what's crazy? Like, you see that in boxing all the time with a good defensive fighter. They'll turn with the punch.
I did it myself. I did it with Friday. Like, they thought he caught me with the big hook, but I just looked way dramatic to the left, and then I just got him again. It almost sounds like he's about to hit me, and then you don't hear the it just kind of boom, and it turned off my chin. I've seen it happen before. I've done it before. So it's nothing I'm unfamiliar with, and I can recognize it immediately because I feel it. You know what I mean? There's a certain, if standing there and trying to take the slap, you should feel like a brick wall. I mean, that's how my goal is to hurt somebody's hand. I want their fucking hand to be hurting. I want to break their fucking hand on my face. Because that's how I'm not trying to turn. But if you don't feel that, like if you feel like your slap is almost like going through them, they're definitely using some sort of technique to take pressure off of them. Which, if you can get away with it, God do. But I just think you're kind of bitching.
Hey, it's amazing. It's amazing just to hear Michael Bisping talk about Street Beast because of you guys. So I think that's huge. I think that's awesome. Like, I mean, who didn't
my scheme? You realize my scheme coming together, bro? I fucking win. Like, oh, it's time to infiltrate.
I was just about to say, for those who don't know, DTP he's deep in the trenches when it comes to combat sports, from the boxing to the MMA.
I started in Muay Thai and wrestled in high school.
Man,
I kind of know a little piece of it all, and so to come into something new is crazy. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to doing something new.
DTP, how did you get invited to Power Slap? How did you end up on the show?
Basically, after I fought Gorilla Pino, that video kind of took off in a way that I never imagined, and I just stayed consistent with it, and I didn't realize anybody had seen that video or anybody of like any sort of fight significance had seen that video. But after I stayed consistent with Street Beefs, after a while, somebody hit me up, and it was one of the producers from the Ultimate Fighter TV show talking about making a new TV show. And they said that they sent me a couple videos. They sent me the Gorilla Pino video. They sent me the Terrifier video. They sent me just a couple of other boxing matches that I had. And they were like, man, you can really take a punch. We want to see if you want to do this slap competition. And so I got invited to do the first event, like the exhibition type event. And we did 2 matches back to back. So when I went into the Frank the Tank match of 2-0, I did those matches back to back. And right before those matches, I took a fight with Unga Bunga, and I got my ass whooped by Unga Bunga. Unga Bunga put the hand of God on me, baptized me. And since that loss, and since I found Jesus, I haven't lost again, bro. Like, but he fucking kicked my ass. And 2 days later, I had to do these 2 Power Slap matches, and I was like, man, that's the closest I've ever been to being knocked out, and I had to fight through it and still continue to fight him into the second round. So I was like, man, I've already done hard shit. Taking a controlled slap and having time to recover is like easy compared to what I just went through. So those 2 matches were nothing to me. I would go back to the hotel room after the day and like blow my nose, and it'd be all blood, and my nose is all fucking loose because it was broken. But I'd be like, man, I won this slap fight.
Could you ever imagine that Street Beast would lead you to something like that?
I imagine it could happen, but I didn't think that I would be in that position, or if I would even like want to do that. You know what I mean? As far as like an MMA opportunity, like I'm not a fucking 20-year veteran of jiu-jitsu. I don't know if I could go and do an honest title run in the UFC or whatever. But this Power Slap is more akin to my skill set. I always say that this is like the opposite of boxing, whereas boxing is the art of not getting hit. This is more the art of getting hit. We all have to provide hits to test that other person. But when somebody slaps, it really showcases the person getting slapped versus showcasing the person's power. Well, we're all going to end up slapping each other. It's all going to end up happening, and we're all going to test each other's power. But the chin strength, I feel like, is more important than it's both important, but I feel like the chin strength is way more important because you got to stay in the game. You can probably outlast somebody and have half their power, but their chin strength is not there, or their will is not there, and they don't want to keep getting their teeth knocked out, And if you don't give a fuck about that, then I feel like you're well equipped to do well in this game. damage isn't really shit in my life, because I've gone through so much like pain and damage physically and mentally and stuff, and I feel like nobody could ever hurt me the way that I've already been hurt in my head and in my heart. So physical pain isn't shit. Like I fell going like 50 miles an hour down on a skateboard. I broke my collarbone. I slammed the back of my head. I didn't get knocked out. I got up, ran and got my skateboard. My face is all skinned off. My hands were all skinned off. My collarbone was sticking out of my neck. I don't know if you guys can see the scar, but I had to get metal screws and plates there. Like, I fucking drove myself to the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about being a Billy badass or anything like that. It's just about necessity. Like, what are you going to do when you're by yourself and you got to get yourself out of this situation? Like, no one's going to be there for you. No one's coming for you. You got to be the one to drag yourself out of that hole. If you get attacked by a bear, you got to be the one to kill the fucking bear. Skin that fucking bear. Wear that fucking bear skin out of the woods. Like, you got to be that guy, because no one's coming for you. No one's going to help you.
My guy DTV's been through literally hell and back. And that is why you're on the run that you're on with Power Slap, bro. It's nothing to a giant, you know. I see you getting that belt.
Yeah.
And doing much more major things, man.
I was like, did I make this up, or did you get a foul once for taunting?
No, that wasn't for taunting. It was for the flinching. Remember, he hit me.
Yeah, you did in a fight before you didn't.
No, I'm always taunting. You can taunt.
Oh, okay. I thought once for some reason you got it. So my heart jumped because you do, bro. When you eat it, you just flex. You know what I mean? You know, and you just do your thing, and you let them know that you just ate that fucking shot, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Then when I fought John, the champion, when I fought not Kennedy. I want to say Kennedy. John Davis. When I fought John Davis when he was a heavyweight, we were waiting for the decision, and like the ref let go of my hand for a second, and I did a fucking spinning kick on stage. I was just like, did a little tornado kick. I wish they would show that, but it probably looks ugly as shit. But it was just to show you that like I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm right with it.
The intensity you come down with, like some of the bro, and like just meeting you in person, if people know how like cool of a dude you are, you know, and like that kind of shit. the change when you're walking down that, like, I don't want you to fucking smack me. Like,
it's funny too, because like I hang out with all these people. Like, I hang out with my opponents and stuff, and I'm the same guy that I would be at the events, you know, with them. I don't try to change for nobody, but when it's game time, it's game time. It's a different feeling, you know. You get in that locker room or whatever, you start putting your football pads on, you become that different animal, you know, because as a human being, you don't want to hurt nobody, you know what I mean? Like, we're all peaceful creatures in our hearts sometimes, but you got to step outside of that to participate in this kind of thing, you know. Participate in MMA, boxing, whatever it is, you got to step outside of that. That's why, like, it was hard for me to fight my friend Big D. He was my teammate. It's hard for me to box him. So in order to kind of quell some of that, I fought with my morph suit mask completely on to cover my eyes and kind of cover my face. So that way it was easier for him to fucking fight me, and then easier for me, or give him kind of an edge. It's hard to react in that you can't really see. The depth perception is off, so I try to give him a little bit of an advantage, because it's hard to hurt people sometimes.
Let me interject real quick, bro.
Step outside of that.
DTP boxed one of his best friends, fully masked, his face completely masked. He's in full attire. Like, my guy had a cape on and I don't know what, like, he had the whole ninjutsu thing going, right? He beat the shit out of his best friend. I was the ref. I was there. he went easy and he went nice and he beat the shit out of his friend, guys.
I remember that fight though, because how do you forget that? That was that Halloween event, right?
Yep. I had the Michael Myers mask.
Yeah.
Basically, friends or not, he's gonna knock you out. Period. He's gonna knock you out.
That's the only thing I didn't want to do.
Yep.
This is the fucking R2D2 podcast, bro. Special guest R2D2.
I'm saying. It's great though, bro. It's great.
No, it's fucking. It's always awesome to talk to you guys, man. Fuck yeah. And then it's just so exciting too, because I got something to fucking talk about, you know.
Yeah. So with the power slap taking off like it is, man. Like I said, man, I'm projecting you to have a belt. Once that happens, what's next?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are using the power slap as kind of like to get their name out there too, and to kind of move ties into something else. And it seemed smart at the time, but I don't know, man. I think I might just fucking reign supreme. You know what I mean? Just fucking reign supreme. Get that belt, and why would I let anybody take it from me?
Well,
you know,
man, it's just growing. They're going to Abu Dhabi for the next one.
Yeah, they're gonna try to do something like some America versus the world type teams and shit.
Yeah, but isn't like the next like type show, like when they're bringing in the new crop, that's taking place in Abu Dhabi, I think Dana White said.
I think it's gonna be like the Ultimate Fighter in the off season of the Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I think it's gonna just go back and forth.
Can you believe the views you're getting? Like, you guys are getting millions and millions of views on TikTok. Like, you're beating the NFL and the NBA and any other sport in social media views.
I don't know. I know like a lot of the slap fighters are really excited about that, but I was already getting millions of views before that. So I'm like, hey,
talk your shit.
Oh yeah, come on, man. Like, let's stop acting brand new around here. Let's act like we fucking been here before, you know? Like
very first fight. Am I right?
The first fight got like 500,000, and then on the reels on Instagram get millions like all the time.
Yeah, man.
Fuck it, let it be known.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Fucking Dorian Crespo wasn't getting no million fucking views. That's my next opponent. Motherfuckers on TikTok all the time doing some little TikTok trends and shit. Fuck that, dude. I don't need to do that. I just go be me and I shine. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to fucking go viral. Hey, let's do a video and go viral. Fuck you. Go fucking shove it up your ass, dude.
This is talk from a real fighter, people. That's the difference between this man and the other people, bro, on that board, man. This man's a real fighter.
I'm just speaking my mind, bro. Like, I think that shit's whack. Like, I'll post on my Instagram because they tell me to post on Instagram and they give me some nice pictures and I appreciate it, you know. But they told me to make my TikTok and make reels and all that stuff on TikTok. I can't do it, bro. America all the way. I don't do no Chinese app. Oh!
Like the U.S. can collect my data, but fuck if China is.
That's right. Fuck me if China. I shot at the balloon. I mag dumped at the balloon. I didn't hit nothing. But mag dumped that shit.
So, man, I've heard you say before. But for the people who don't know, man, who in Power Slap are you lined up with next?
Yeah, I said Dorian Crespo, the guy that's always been talking shit. That's my next opponent. He's some sort of Muay Thai MMA guy. Real big, lucky dude. We had a podcast, or we have a podcast together. He's one of the guest appearance hosts. He's a good dude overall, but you know, I think he's like written me off since the beginning. You know what I mean? Kind of just like decided, oh yeah, you know, you won't beat me, that kind of shit. So like, I choose not to address it. Like, hey, you know, we'll fucking meet each other when the time is right. I won't have to talk about this shit. But he's always bringing up that I'll meet him and I will never beat him and shit. So ultimately, at the end of the day, fuck him for doing that shit. That's unnecessary, and like, I'm just gonna prove him wrong. Like, I've proved everybody wrong. So I choose not to talk shit in that way, but since you started it, like, fuck you, man. You can go your fucking dick. I fucking take the glasses off. You hear glasses? Fuck yeah. Right through your fucking glasses. Fuck you. Fuck this shit, dude. I told him on the bus, like, we were on the bus coming back from the Apex, and he was talking about, it might be me and you next, but so just enjoy. I don't know why they skipped you, put you over me in rankings. Like, dude, the rankings. Why are you bitching about the fucking rankings? Like, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of you right now, dude. And fucking Ryan was like, oh, and he's like, brushed me off. I was like, I'll right now in fucking Street Beef. I don't do this shit for money. I do this because I like to fight. You want to fight me? Let's fucking fight in Street Beef. Do Muay Thai too. He kicked me one time, fucking last year. Like, oh yeah, it's a good kick. And he fucking has been saying that, he's more powerful than me ever since then. Fuck this fucking dude. He's just trying to use every opportunity to put it above somebody else and think about it. Don't think about it, dude. Just fucking be about it. I don't have to think about this match until I fucking walk down the aisle. You know what I mean? I never think about these fucking walk down the aisle, dude. Just fucking go and perform. If you have the fucking balls, then go and do it. If you fucking balls, then you're gonna be thinking and scheming and fucking trying to sow seeds of deceit and fucking put these and play these games. These fucking stupid games.
Go check out the Barefisted podcast. You don't want to miss it. That's with Disturbing
the violent podcast in the world with Disturbing the Peace, the King's Ryan Phillips, Nutting. We got the Crespo, the fucking TikTok queen, and we got fucking the Set Gentleman, the Dapper Flapper. We got John Davis, the champion. We got all these fucking dudes coming at you live, slapping you in the face with content. Fucking, those are my boys. And the person who has the best insult towards Jesse Nutting on the show in the live chat, get the prize at the end. We'll fucking pin you in the comments or send you a shirt or we'll do something for you.
Hey, it's a great podcast. You guys got to go check it out. Hilarious.
All right. Before we get out of here, though, DTP, tell us, like, I know you got your next fight, but like, what do you see this for you? Like, you're just going to stick around and slap the fuck out of people as long as they keep giving you money to do it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the plan, man. Like, they've been treating me right, so why wouldn't I just keep bitching? I'm just gonna, like, I see it as I'm just gonna keep slapping progressively stronger and stronger and scarier people till I'm eventually slapping like powerlifters and shit. But they're not me at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through this shit and I'm gathering the experience and fucking collecting more and more strength and power and wisdom every fucking day. So like, the more someone just thinks about me and wants to step up to me, it's just like, I'm already prepared for you, bro. Like, I already got the number 2 headband. Everybody wants to come for this shit. I'm just looking for the number 1.
All right, you want to let everybody know where they can follow you on TikTok or whatever else?
I don't give a fuck if you follow me. Disturbing the Peace, find it.
I like that.
Thank you, guys. You guys are the fucking bomb. Samke, I love you. Jay, hope to see you again soon at another event, bro. Hopefully at the 3rd-year anniversary, I'll be there just to hang out or something, or maybe I can get a little fight approved by Power Slap. Box somebody's fucking face off. Yeah,
I gotta make it to the Scrapyard and Smoke Ranch since I was already at the Hot Box. I gotta make it to those two yet.
Yeah,
it's a must, man. It's a must. Yeah. For those of y'all who don't know what we talking about, Street Beefs West Coast. Check us out. We on YouTube. Like I said, DTP, Disturbing the Peace, is that guy. He's a dog. All his fights are over there. You can check out everything he's done. The real deal.
You guys don't get it. Like, you will watch these videos and the energy is real. But in person, the fucking energy is so insane. That, like, you just get, like, it blew me away. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, these guys are putting their bodies on the line, just really putting their reputations on the line and trying to go make a name for themselves and stuff, So I have the utmost respect for Street Beast fighters. Street Beast fighters have my fucking heart. And shout out to everybody, Street Beast West Coast, Street Beast Scrapyard, Street Beast Dirty South, Street Beast OG Yard. Everybody's out there doing what they got to do and creating this really nationwide. We have all like 4 corners of the United States covered. as far as, you know, yards and places that people can go and have resources and this network of brotherhood that we participate in. And it's all for guns down, gloves up, man. You know, ending gun violence. It's not about taking away guns. It's about being a responsible gun owner and knowing your rights and knowing your laws. And really, if you have a problem, take it to the yard, you know? No reason not to.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure if you're on Rumble or YouTube, subscribe to Yankee and the Brit, Overtime Hustling, and Heart in the Fight. Thank you again, Disturbing the Peace, for being here. And thank you again, Sam K, for co-hosting.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking go. July 2nd, National Fight Week, motherfucker. Barefisted.
Let's go.
One world, one love. Deuces.
There you guys.